ears and tuned. Hey, good day. Welcome to the Great White North. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug. How's it going, eh?
Well, that was quite the intro.
How's it going,
Howdy,
eh?
everyone.
That's for the smoking ape thinking I was Canadian. I thought I'd do a special entry. Also,
Howdy, y'all.
sister, she's supposed to be watching. I told her to watch at least the intro. We used to watch that show as kids, SCTV, and we loved Bob and Doug. Yeah, so there is another stream. Jason's started an RV. What was it called? Not Clubhouse. RV
Round table or something like that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I forgot the name. Anyway, Jason Ham Radio 2.0 started an RV stream. He's running that as well. So we may not get as many people tonight, but that's okay. I got a 3 t-shirt giveaway tonight. They're just going to miss. But I want to thank Jason and Frank for recognizing me and sending over 130 subs to push me over to 10,040. Let me refresh.
No. Hold on. I got the right. I got the right thing for that tonight.
All right. 10,043 subs. So that I was figuring it was going to be. It seemed like I was getting 2 to 5 a day, and I was adding it up. Like I'm not going to get this by date, and I was going to give away the radio anyway. But happy to get over 10K subs. So thanks everybody for signing up all the new subs.
There we go.
RV Base Camp.
Oh yeah,
RV Base Camp. Yeah.
Base Camp. And
Thanks,
I have that interest in that as well. After my wife and I went to More Expo with Jason and the gang, we're looking at those hikers. They're kind of squatted down, smaller trailers that I could actually fit in my garage. And we may be looking at getting one maybe next year at More. So I love that kind of stuff.
Let me guess. Kyle talked you into it, didn't he?
No, actually, Julie there talked to my wife probably for an hour about hers because Julie was there. I think she's a friend of Kyle's or coworker with Kyle.
Oh, okay.
And she was talking. I heard my wife talking. I looked over and I hadn't met Julie yet. And I said, oh, who's she's talking to the lady with? She goes, oh, that's Julie, and introduced her. And so, we may look at that just to at least get us out there on the road to be able to camp and not have to put up tents and all that stuff. So, and they run reasonably, in my opinion, reasonably priced between like 9,000 and 23,000 for their top of the line. And you could do add-ons and stuff. So,
oh, absolutely.
I won't start another channel though. There's my sister, Black Iris XXX. I love you, sis. Also here, shout out to rest in peace. This is to her husband who passed, my brother-in-law. Shout out, Kevin. Love you, brother. So anyway, that's it. That's the opening. I hope she saw it. She laughed, so I'm assuming she saw it. I texted her and said, make sure you see the opening. And I figured she would appreciate that. We were raised on that. I liked SCTV and John Candy and all those guys way more than I ever liked SNL. So anyway.
See, I never watched it. And then I find out later about it.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It must have been a northern thing up in Washington State. And
yeah, it was SCTV, Second City TV out of Chicago, I believe. And Martin Short, Rick Moranis, Dave Thomas, who's the lady in oh my gosh, Eugene Levy, and the lady with him in Schitt's Creek, and oh my gosh, her name she's hilarious. Anyway, if you watch Schitt's Creek, Eugene Levy and the lady that plays his wife is in it as well. They do all sorts of stuff together. So they've got Eugene Levy has got just a whole track record of hilarious things throughout his life. Anyway.
Well, apparently you didn't see what I popped up on the screen there for you.
Oh yeah, I'm reading on the side. Yeah. She was my closest sibling, so she allowed me. I don't know if she allowed me to, or I might have snuck away her Barbies to play with my GI Joes. Got
it.
And I was her. She would do fingernail thing, that kind of stuff on me. So
45 on. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
What's that?
I agree with that. I would have wanted something I could stand upright.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's something that Tank said. Frank from Tank Radio, he mentioned that. But I literally only want, because you have an awning. It's a big awning. If you look at some of the videos Tank Radio did, you can see tiles, huge awning, have tables and everything out there. I have no desire to live in the camper. I wouldn't be getting a camper. I would get a camper to literally just sleep in it and have everything on it.
Okay, I don't know what was happening, but your audio just sounded like it was underneath blankets.
Yeah, yours is going in and out, Paul.
Oh, good. It
It's
wasn't
fine
just
now.
me. I was starting to.
My audio's going in and out.
I'll say
Well-
something whether it's me or not.
Well, while we're waiting, hi Andy. We can start now. Andy Callie's in the chat.
Okay, Andy's here. We can start. How many have we
And
got tonight? 21, okay.
Bricker said it sounded muffled too. So, oh yeah. Good thing Hollywood's here. Hollywood can help you with your audio, Paul. I'm pointing to Paul up on the screen instead of
Well,
the
see,
camera.
everyone's saying low audio now, but remember 3 weeks ago everyone said it was hot, so I reduced it, and now everyone's complaining about being low. Make up your damn minds.
You know, they're probably all used to my hot audio now.
Okay, so
Ooh.
and I specifically, well, it was just Michael, I guess I was talking to earlier. I specifically said I want to try to focus more on our topic, Ragchew about the topic, and not about how every one of our audios is screwed up at some point in time. So I'm trying
Right.
not to make it about audio. Is my audio still okay, or is it muffled?
You're good.
No, you're good
You're
now.
good now.
We're good now.
I have no clue what happened there.
It
All
just muffled for a second and came back. So who knows? All I have to say, and don't worry, you won't get an issue here, Paul, with this. Happy May the 4th be with you day.
Well, there you
Cinco
go.
de Mayo and Revenge of the 6th.
This is a big helmet here.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Moranis. Space
Yeah,
Balls.
sorry I didn't bring anything. I got the double Star Wars album sitting in my room right now on top of the record player.
Nice.
My siblings been across the hall and their thing playing Star Wars music all day. So
All right. Tonight is kind of just be a little bit of chit chat because we've talked about the two topics we're talking about tonight. It's two topics into one. It's a 72-hour kits and EmComm, or emergency communications, and basically focusing on your EmComm for your 72-hour kit. So kind of a first 3 days or so of emergency communications, and people in chat, drop in chat what you use, your ideas, your thoughts, and we'll discuss it as well.
who had the motorcycle?
It wasn't me.
I think that was me.
I gotta
Okay.
pull up the.
You hungry?
That was loud.
No, that was a motorcycle.
Oh, you beat me to it.
All right, I got to pull up a couple things, you guys. So you guys can chit chat about whatever you want, or something on your channel that you put out this week. Let me
Well-
find some stuff here.
I'll go last because mine's simple. Sean, what have you been up to?
This past week I put something up about BAOFENGS, and I have no idea what I'm doing next week. So
Oh, fine.
I don't know. I'll
Michael?
find something.
Well, this week's planned. Okay, I hear my own reverb going somewhere. This week's planned video was going to be a balloon chase, high altitude balloon chase, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained some more, and so everything's mud. So we're not going to go trotting through fields to recover a balloon when it's about 6 feet in mud.
Yeah.
So
I
that was
gonna go do
canceled.
that too.
That was canceled. So I did put a quick video up. I was stuck in line at a car wash, so I decided to make a short while I was sitting there. Turns out the car wash was spraying hydraulic fluid all over the place, so I didn't get my car wash there.
Yeah. What were they? Did you ever figure out what was going on with the
No,
argument?
I think it was actually the management talking, trying to find a plan, see if they can get it fixed or something. But
Okay, that makes sense.
but they were doing this and this and this and talking, and I was like, But I mean, they weren't screaming at each other. I just said they looked like they were arguing because you saw the arms
Yeah.
going, and I think they were
There-
pointing at the line, like, "What are we going to do with all these people that have already paid?" And
There were some
That's
intense
probably-
feelings going on.
well, they were super nice when I got up front. The lady, I said, "You broke down." She said, "Yeah, it's spraying hydraulic fluid all over the place." I wish I caught that on film.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, apparently 4 or 5 said it rained and rained and rained here for about 28 seconds.
Yeah, it's rained and rained here for like
We-
28 days.
Yeah, we actually got a break. I want to say Thursday was really nice, and then Friday, I actually lost power for a bit Friday. But
Did you?
when it started raining, it kept pouring and pouring and pouring. So I was telling Paul, I said, "Man, I had one of those freebie rain gauges you get at some of these emergency management fairs, and I should
Yeah.
have put that out, and I didn't."
Probably.
Good evening, Matt. Good to see you in here. Anything else for you, Michael?
Looking to do another episode this weekend. I might go to a state park. I'm thinking about doing a state park
Oh.
if I don't have any other plans. But you never know. It's Sunday and Saturday's a ways away.
Right?
Well, I don't think I have plans, so if you want to go do some POTA, we should get together.
Okay, all I need is a good power supply.
I got some batteries right here.
All right.
Apparently, Red River is full.
I'm going to go find that out tomorrow.
Isn't there some
There
good
you
fish
go.
in there?
Yeah, I saw some video of the Red River being really full.
Mhm.
And when the 4 or 5 says, when the power goes out, use a battery and play radio. No noise floor.
That's true.
Ooh, that's a good fact.
So while we're waiting, Paul, let me know when you're ready. I'm going to go. If y'all were around a couple hours ago, I tried to do a live stream build of the Coffee and Ham Radio's Kronos, but I only got one magnet wire instead of the 2. And so when I went to wrap the toroid, I couldn't go any further. So I privated the video, so if you missed it, you missed it. I went and sent that to the Smoking Ape and let him know what happened, and he said he's going to have to talk to Chuck. And I sent it to T.O. and went, hey, this is what happened here. So, yeah, that's been my week. I had my Q&AMA on Friday, NorCal SwapNet on Thursday. This coming week, I have NorCal SwapNet on Thursday. That's going to be an every Thursday thing. And this week is CQ Chit Chat, Friday, 7 p.m. Central. And I will have at least one, if not 2 people on. And we'll have quite an interesting topic. You're just going to have to wait to see what happens. And yeah, Chris, not a Frank problem this time. This time.
Big announcement since Paul's the head of this channel. Paul reached 10,000 subscribers today. So if you're just now joining us, I know we said in the very beginning, but we want to re-mention it one more time. That's a big milestone. So
I'm going to let it run the full 15 seconds.
You deserve it.
You deserve it.
that is so awesome. Y'all watched his very first live stream when we were out at a park and at the colony doing Winterfield Day.
Yeah, it's I did videos a while back, just a couple of videos to kind of help people with Wires X, but the channel really started in October of 24. So it's not bad for just over a year. So the support is much appreciated. And a lot of the support comes from the radio community, just like tonight, Frank and Jason giving me shout outs and basically dropping me 120 or 30 subs from people. And that's kind of what I'd like to do here is as I build, I'd like to help other channels build up as well. So
Absolutely. And in case nobody figured it out yet, considering it's the 4th day already, Sean's going to get a kick out of this. And don't worry, Paul, you're good.
It's gonna be me.
It's me.
All right. So let's flip over here real quick. Let me get this out. So for those who don't have the link yet, because there may be some people new that are coming in over from Jason, Jason's stream, and it's not gonna let me do that. That's weird. Okay, let me copy again. Copy. Paste. Why isn't it let me paste? Am I gonna have to
Hold
copy?
on. I'll grab it from our chat.
Paste. Here, I got it. There's the link.
There you go.
Sign up. 11 days, 2 hours left. It does end the day before Dayton, 11 p.m. Central Time. And once you put this information in, it'll give you some more options to get more entries. So if you look here at the giveaway, right now 79 contestants, so 79 people have put entries in. But look, between them, there's 490 entries. So you can get more than one entry by subbing to the channel, things like that. Nothing crazy. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to, none of that. I don't want anything to where you have to pay to get it. Coming from the gaming community, nobody likes pay to play. So there's the sign up. Okay, we got a couple more. I'll do another short later this week. I'll announce it again next week's live stream, and then after that, it's going to be from Dayton. So Chris Bricker's going to be there, and he and Tank Radio both offered to help with the stream, with the actual live streaming. I've got a few more products to hopefully last. I got a extra. Oops, I'm on the wrong screen now. Extra battery here goes below my GoPro to add 4 more hours of GoPro use. So
There you go.
I've got a few more things, but there's the link. Sign up, and good luck on winning the 2730B. It's a great radio. The screen is amazing. Black background, big white letters or numbers. It's awesome.
Mounting bracket may or may not be included.
Yeah. Then you choose the mounting bracket you like for your application. I bought the mounting bracket to put in my SKB Gator style box. But here's the thing, it's $349, and it's a great ICOM radio. So you might say, oh, well, the Yaesu 400, it comes with a bracket. Okay, well, it's also almost $600. So in my opinion, $349 is a pretty low-cost radio for a big name brand, nice VHF, UHF, nice big screen radio. So, and I think the mounting bracket is like 38, and then the mobile one is maybe 50, or it might be 50 for the mounting and 30. I forget. It's $50 or less for the mounting bracket.
And I will let's see here, share screen, tab, don't share audio. There we go. So I will mention this. It is a UHF 50-watt mobile rig, but it does not have D-Star. It is not a D-Star radio. It's just simple analog radio.
It's just
not
analog.
at that price point.
So if you're looking for D-Star, this ain't the radio for you.
But I would say it's a good EmComm radio. It's a good starter radio.
Absolutely.
Okay, I've got this confirmed. Guys, we're going to go ahead and start the first giveaway. I want to try to do it every 20 minutes, and we're at the 20-minute mark, so I can give away 3.
Okay.
Let me go back to, here it is, basically. It's going to be this. It's going to be, you're going to have these options, all right? And you're going to have the option of having the logo of Ragchew Crew and or Prep Ham on the chest and or on the back. Small on the chest, large on the chest, large on the back. Let me get to, where'd my stupid, oh, that's my giveaway. Okay. Let me go back to me. I've got the shirt somewhere. Where's my shirt?
Do we all go ooh and ah now?
About 30 seconds.
Just to give you guys an idea of what I threw it over my hair here.
Is this the
All
same
right,
shirt
so-
you had?
Yeah, if you've seen my videos and stuff, it's the shirt, the big Ragchew Crew logo on the front. They made a mistake, actually. I wanted it over the left chest. It ended up being the full-size Ragchew Crew and the logo on the front. Actually turned out okay, so I've left it.
Yeah,
The full-size
I've
Prep
seen it.
Ham logo on the back. Not the Prep Ham Paul logo you see here with me and the dog. It's just the Prep Ham one, generic. So we're going to go ahead and run that giveaway. It's going to be 5 minutes, so we'll chat a little bit, and it should tell you in chat what you have to do. If not, I will tell you what you have to do.
Streamlabs just did it.
There you go. So follow the directions there, and it's a 5-minute timer. I will go get the shirt just to show y'all.
So let's highlight that. Use exclamation mark Ragchew Crew to enter raffle. And while we're waiting for that, Bricker, I want to see that footage on YouTube when you're done. That sounds awesome. He's going to put a GoPro Hero 4 on the doggo and walk around Hamvention.
I want to see that video.
Yeah,
that will be an interesting perspective for sure.
Right?
You're gonna have the dog view, and then you're gonna have Prep Ham Paul videoing YouTubers making videos.
And then you're gonna have Bricker's dog walking around watching everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. New.
Let me show you real quick, guys. I think most of you have seen it.
Let's see. Solo Paul.
No,
your green screen's sort of taken out part of the shirt, but
it's all right. That's full size. Okay, not over the chest. Oh, not over the left chest. It's got a flag on the sleeve, and this is full size on the back of the Prep Ham logo. Now you can have any combination you want. You can have one thing on the front or the back, or over the chest, full size. The back does have to be full size, I think, or both of them. So you'll choose, and I'll get with you after to figure that out on Discord or whatever, and then I'll get it mailed to you.
Yeah, Bricker. All I gotta say is some of us will be going like this to our screens trying to give pets. That's all I gotta say. Sean, you know it's true.
I just see all the white girls doing it, and then
Oh, I know.
I know. Right? Of course you would.
Yeah, we got 13 submitted so far. 2 minutes 39 seconds to go. And when it finishes, I'll click pick a winner up here. Let me just show you the screen so you guys can see.
Here, we'll solo you again.
It's just showing the people who've entered here, and I'm just going once this highlights, I'll click pick winner, and it should announce it in chat. But we got 2 minutes 20 seconds to go. All right.
So, Paul, I have a question for you while we're waiting for that.
Yep.
Did you set your stream to ultra low latency?
I have no idea. I haven't touched anything. Why?
I'll have to teach you how to do that afterwards.
So
it brings the chat from. I don't know if you'll be able to do it while we're live, but if you, yeah.
In OBS or StreamYard?
It would be on YouTube.
Oh,
in your studio, so yeah, we'll deal. I'll show you later.
What? There's Heidi. Where's Heidi? Heidi! Oh my goodness, Heidi, welcome.
Right?
Good to see you.
Walter's here.
Adventures in Blind Videography. Thank you for the super chat.
That is our good friend Shane.
Shane, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the $4.99, Shane.
We got 1 minute 20 seconds to go. We got 1, 2. Let's see.
Actually, I think I talked to Shane in another chat.
Okay, Shane. I don't see. Oh yeah, Shane's in there. Coolio.
Yeah, Shane's in there.
I think we got everybody. Well, I'm looking at 36 viewers and only 15 users. Maybe no one wants the shirt.
Maybe. Who knows?
No one cares about. No one cares about my feelings being hurt.
I mean, I want one. So there we go.
Nothing more than feelings.
That just means the chances of the winning go up.
Right.
All right, 43 seconds. I'm going to ask another quick question while we're waiting for 39 seconds. They were mentioning an Yaesu FTX giveaway on Jason's stream. If I did, welcome. Remember,
perfect timing.
That's great, Kelly. Good job.
Good job, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly, for the membership.
Yeah, thanks, Kelly. So let me ask you a quick question. Think about this, and then we'll talk about it after that because we're going to draw in about 10 seconds. Would an Yaesu FTX Field Edition, $14.99, Field Edition giveaway be a good thing if it was a raffle at $1 a ticket and be a giveaway on the channel or not? Think about that while we do this giveaway. So let's go.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. And Adventures in Blind Videography just took he is now the stream boss.
And he has low health already, too.
He's already got low health.
Yeah, somebody. Oh, because Kelly became a member. Yeah. Okay. You
Oh,
guys ready?
and Andy, you're about 30 seconds too late.
Oh, let me see if he's in. I don't think so, Andy. You missed it. That dang time zone change. It just slowed everything down by 4 minutes. Here we go. And look at that.
Kelly,
Got rewarded for being a new member. Look at that.
congratulations,
Wow.
Kelly.
Congratulations.
Kelly, I'm going to give you my email.
Oh. We got a 75 ohm ham in the chat.
I was gonna say, do we have a 75 ohm? Do we have a Ziggy spotting?
Ziggy, good to see you.
We do. Hi, Ziggy.
All right, so
Ziggy.
Kelly, just email me, and then we'll figure out. I'll get with you or on Discord or something, and we'll figure out size that you want, color, where you want the patches, and then I will order it on Amazon, and I'll have them ship it to you. So we'll exchange your information, and we'll do that afterwards, okay?
Hey, Paul, keep that screen up for a second. Go through, and Heidi says that Streamlabs didn't respond to everybody. Do you see Heidi in there?
There was a typo.
Oh, okay. So there was a typo.
I was trying to text him and do it privately, but yes. Sorry.
A typo where?
It was a typo in the what was typed in.
When someone was entering?
okay.
Yeah, it has to be exactly the way.
Okay. Yeah, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, these.
She did. Okay.
Yeah, apparently she typed it twice. Okay.
Well,
Okay,
let me
so-
check. I want to see what's going on there.
Hey.
So
Frank, check the private chat real quick.
Yep.
I'm checking it.
Really?
She's right.
I don't hear
Yeah,
anything.
so what I'm going to do is for the next. Did anybody else? Because I wondered why there's only 15 users. Was it just exclamation and that word lowercase, no spaces?
Yeah.
I wonder if I refresh this, if it's just not refreshing because it's ended.
Paul, if anything, we can use the StreamYard giveaway tool.
Well, what I'll do is the next giveaway, I'm going to give Heidi 2 entries.
There you go.
That's weird. There's only
Yeah,
15.
she's right. I mean, I do see
Okay.
it, the corrected one.
All right, let me get back out of this. I think I can
Sorry, Heidi.
add an individual. Let me look at settings real quick here.
Good evening, Eric. Glad to see the East Coast is being represented well tonight. The Northeasters, especially.
Or you know what I might do is I'll just run this. I'll just resume entries again for this. And anyone who's already entered and on here won't need to enter. And then
There
we
you
can
go.
see who can enter and is not getting in. We'll watch it as they type it.
Is there a way to add Heidi now?
No, I can't add. That would be cheating.
No, I mean, since she tried to enter and it didn't go the last time.
The only way I could do it is if I resume entries and then reran it, but then we've already chosen Kelly, so we'll just do it on the next run. And if Kelly gets drawn, we'll draw again. So it'll be one shirt, per person. If you can't win 2 times, but we'll leave your name in there because what I'm going to just do is resume entries and make it easier so that everyone's still entered there. And then as people enter, I'm going to watch this and make sure it's going in. and maybe I'll scroll through on the live stream and let people read it just in case we've missed someone and they can say yay or nay. Yeah, because I was wondering why only 15 people were entering. So, all right, Heidi, we'll get you on the next round. And there is a way, if I go back, I can offer, but I don't think I can do it specifically to one member. I can do like an extra entry for members. I can do extra entry for, that kind of stuff. All right. So let's get to the topic at hand. This is all I came up with. This is the topic right here. So when we're talking about our 72-hour kits, go to ready.gov. Make sure your 72-hour kit has everything you need, nothing expired, just an update. I've already done a video on 72-hour kits. So when we're talking about 72-hour kits in EmComm, emergency communications, so these are the questions I come up with on how do we figure out what we use? And it would be for what? What do you want those communications for? For who? So who do you want to communicate with? How far do you want to communicate with? And then, of course, you got to look at the cost for your budget and if you want any extras like internet linking, digital capabilities, that kind of mobile, whatever. So this is going to be a discussion tonight, everybody. This is going to be just a discussion. And these are kind of the questions. So if you're just someone that wants to keep in touch with your family and your family is all in the same little town, it's a 5 square mile or 5 miles or whatever, that may be an easier decision than someone who may want to contact someone 2 states away. So I'm just going to let me get out of the screen again. We're going to open it up for discussion. Unbiggen me.
Okay. Yeah.
I should
trying to do 13 other things too.
I'll choose. Yeah, I could just have Michael can just do it for one. We can choose one tonight. Make it easier.
Okay.
All right. So what I have on the main thumbnail, if you guys notice, what I should do is just put that thumbnail in my background instead of. Let me put my thumbnail on here. There's solderoids. I could.
Don, I would think so.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would say so for sure. Starlink's great. Okay,
Well, we know Michael just got a text message.
Yeah, especially if you can maintain it for.
It was just a comment. It's if I remember correctly, Jason stopped using that tool because of some odd bugs.
I've never seen anybody use Streamlabs. Everyone seems to use Restream, Nightbot, but Streamlabs does have some bugs. So
See you, Chavez. Have a good evening.
Thanks
Good
for
night,
joining,
Chavez.
Chavez. Oh, whoops! That's not what I wanted. That's the background. Let me change my background.
Good job.
But yeah, if you've got a way to maintain power for Starlink for 3 days, then absolutely it would count. And from my understanding, I haven't played with them much, but that's not that hard to do.
Yeah, there's different versions of Starlink. Aren't some like 12 volt, and others are 110? The older versions.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. So I would imagine I don't know, but it would be an interesting experiment there. I'm definitely starting to get interested in Starlink and maybe the T-Mobile 5G myself.
I have that.
You have the little 5G cone thing, or?
Well, it's a cone now. I have the one before the cone. Yeah, that's what my home internet is. It goes anywhere with me.
So
Okay.
apparently the Mini is 12 volt.
The Mini is 12 volt.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen some YouTubers get in trouble for taking those Minis on cruise ships. They will confiscate it from you.
Really?
You interfere with their high
They want you
high
to buy
price
those.
internet.
It'll be like airlines, $35 or something,
Yeah, they will confiscate it, and I don't know if you
So-
get it back.
If you look at the thumbnail I put up, you can't really see everything because I'm blocking it. But here to my right here is the FRS radios. These are BAOFENGs.
Mhm.
And over on the other side, over here is the GMRS radios. And down here behind me are the ham radios. So those are kind of the 3 main radios that we can discuss. There are options, as was it 45 that said it's Starlink?
I think
No,
that was
Dawn
Dawn.
did.
Oh,
Dawn.
Dawn. Okay, yeah. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of different options. So Starlink is another good one. What's great about Starlink is once you got the hardware, you can turn it on and turn it off as needed, right?
Mhm.
So like the $50 a month just as a backup emergency thing.
But also with Starlink, soon Apple will be able to text on Starlink
Hmm.
using your Apple
Oh,
device. I
T-Mobile.
don't know what version of Apple devices is going to require, but they're the first company to do it.
T-Mobile's
J-
going to do it too.
I'm on T-Mobile's list already. But they want me to upgrade to a 24 Galaxy, and I have a 22.
To be honest, I wouldn't rely. If it were me, even for just 72 hours, I would not rely on Starlink or your phone for communication. Because
No.
they could, during those 72, say it's just a power outage, a major storm or major enough storm that wipes out the power lines comes through and wipes power out for 72 hours. What happens when the CME hits that goes up into the gigahertz that affects Starlink happens? You're screwed then too.
So
Well-
that's one thing to think about. First of all, the power, right?
Right.
If you got one of these little BAOFENG FRSs and you just need to talk to your friends that are a block away, this may be all you need, right?
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
communicate, cell down, internet down, maybe power down. Let's pull these out. They're charged. Talk.
Exactly.
Starlink's going to require power. Starlink's also going to require working satellites. So you got to look at all that, and that's why you should never have a single layer anything in your preparedness, right? Food,
Right.
water, cleanliness, toiletries, communications none of it should be
So-
single layer.
So
No,
I
you-
think
backups
the
for
key
backups.
I think the key word is redundancy.
Yes.
I'm primarily a ham operator. I have a cell phone. I have GMRS radios. I should have a CB radio, and I do not. Shame on me. But I mean, you need to have as many different backups as you can, because you know what, CB may be the life-saving force there.
So,
I-
your pace plan. Think about your pace plan. That's
And for MDE,
another.
thanks for subbing.
Thank you. sir.
And Matt has a good point here. For 3 days,
Thanks for the sub.
I guess if it's local, use your FT5 with the bigger W0 AEZ battery. Absolutely. Barry has a good question. Why not use WinLink or RFM to get your emails out? You could always do that.
You can.
Absolutely.
Right.
So that's a whole nother layer, right? If you want to get something outside of your area, especially outside of the area or region, I think WinLink is a great method. We've done videos on that. Again, now with WinLink, what do you need? VHF, UHF, or HF, depends on what mode you're going to use. If you don't have digipeaters nearby, then you're going to have to use HF to get, to reach something outside of your affected area. But that's a great thing. WinLink is one of the great things that you should have as part of your EmComm plan.
But mind you, ham radio, if the band conditions are bad, you got to look at other opportunities, other communications. Yes, the cell phone's going to be one of them. I'm sorry to really hurt a lot of Sam hams by saying that, but we use cell phones in emergency operations, along with ham radio, along with GMRS, along with public safety radios that we have. So you got to be able to rely and have failovers. It just reminds me of a video I watched from a channel called Happily Ever Hanks. They're two trauma nurses, ER trauma nurses, emergency medicine, and they travel around. They're traveling nurses. They have a fifth wheel RV, and they were on their way to Alaska. Came up on a really bad motorcycle accident. Cell phones weren't working. People weren't able to get radios to really get there. Somebody brought out their Starlink, set it up. Starlink didn't cover that particular part of Canada yet. It was a SATCOM radio, one of the SATCOM phones that got through. So always think redundancies. Yeah, you can do all these different modes and Vara and WinLink and all these different things, but think about what if that doesn't work? Because
Sure.
all good plans, something's going to fail. And so
So Scott has a good point here. Get a handheld CB.
Yeah.
So we're talking a lot about all these different things, and if we look at my number 4 was cost. Starlink costs a lot. HF radios cost a lot. So that can limit you. Just your budget can limit you what you're able to do. So if you can't do HF, and local digipeaters are down for WinLink, for VHF, UHF, that's not an option for you. If you can't afford a $400 Starlink system and $50 a month, that's not an option for you. So that's why it's part of the questions I put on that quick sheet was look at the options, FRS, GMRS, ham, and within ham there's UHF, VHF, HF, and within ham there's other digital modes, WinLink and such. You've got to find what you can afford, and I would say at minimum 2 layers. Have 2 layers, and you count your cell phone as a layer, I guess, as one.
So
Yeah, I do the $50 a month plan, Don, 50 gigs because I don't use it regularly.
So I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be the OM arguing with the OM, aka in this
Wait.
case Don.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait, Frank. We've passed 20-minute mark. So what I'm going to do, I thought of a great
Okay.
idea from Heidi. What
Yeah.
I'm going to do is I'm going to resume entries for the previous entry. So it's going to be the same exclamation Ragchew crew, lowercase, no spaces, all one word. And if it draws Kelly or Heidi wins. So that way Heidi gets 2 entries on this one. So let me resume entries. All right.
So if we already entered, we don't need to do it again, correct?
Correct.
So it should,
Okay.
if you enter, it shouldn't take it twice. Well, you've already entered. You can see your names here. There. If you're already entered, don't worry about it. Here's RJR. I see Scott.
Heidi, she's entered.
Let's see. Did you? Oh, there. Okay, there. Here's Heidi. And again, if Kelly gets drawn, Heidi wins. So that'll give her 2 options this round. So we got 19. There we go. It seems to be working better.
All right.
And so go ahead and do talk about your thing. We're going to let this run a little bit.
So, Don, yes, you already have Starlink. For some people, that is not the end-all answer to getting, what happens? Okay, I know I'm prepared. I know 90% of us maybe in the chat are prepared. What happens if disaster strikes tomorrow? Are you going to be able to go out, purchase a Starlink, get it set up, and have it ready to go tomorrow? Let's just, because I already know my stuff is out there, so I'm not worried about this. We'll use my address. We'll hit the order now button. I'll plus this up a little bit for those OMs in the chat that need it plussed up.
Oh,
And let's just see. Let's see here. 30-day trial. 30-day trial arrives within 5 to 6 days, and I'm paying $166.90 for the free standard kit. That's $120 a month, and then $0 for the Starlink. So I'm paying $166 now. Granted, I saw somewhere else. So if you just go with the standard kit, you're looking at $349 for the equipment, and then $120 a month. That's what? Because we don't math on stream. That's $383 plus $120 a month for Starlink. For something you might use, if you're using it strictly for emergency only, that's $500 something for emergency use only. That is absolutely ridiculous, especially if you wake up tomorrow and you need it. That's just it's not reasonable at all.
Right. So, Frank, to counter your argument,
Yeah. And don't tell me Best Buy. Don't tell me Best Buy because Dawn said that and no.
The only thing that worked on that motorcycle accident I mentioned was a sat phone. And those are really, really expensive. But if you're somebody that's going to be traveling out in the middle of nowhere and you got money, you got the money. It's all of what you can afford. I
I
mean,
was gonna say
compared
that's
to
the
what
key
Yeah,
you
part.
that was
That's
that's the
his whole
bottom line.
point.
that
That's the
was going to
bottom
be the
line.
other thing I was going to mention. Is it all Dawn, as we know from Saturday nights with Josh? It depends, right? What can you afford?
Yeah.
That is the key point there. If you can afford a $20 Baofeng and that's it, that's what you have to work with. If you can afford, you know, a used HF radio and a decent 2 meter UHF radio or whatever, that's all you have to work with.
Hmm.
And you don't need cell coverage or repeaters to get messages out, Don. You and I both know that you know that.
But
I
for
think he was. I think he was
Don's
mentioning
situation,
UHF, VHF, digipeters.
yeah,
Right.
for Don's situation, he's got a perfect situation just for everyday use right now. He's doing all
True.
Wi-Fi calling using the Starlink. So if it works, it works. You know,
Right. Yeah,
to
you know,
me,
if it,
if I ever get to do my venture fan life dream that I want, I'll probably have Starlink and a T-Mobile hotspot. That's just me. But
if it works for you, that's all that matters at the end of the day. And
Exactly.
Shane, yes, your entry. So your entry went through the first time. It counts for this new round for raffling now as or whatever the giveaway. It counts for that now as well. So you're good, Shane.
I see Adventures in Blind, and I see them in here. Here,
Yeah.
bring me up full screen here.
yeah,
Heidi,
Yeah.
if they put it in again this time, it's not going to count.
yeah. If they made it for the first list, the second list is not going to add him to it. He just
Yeah,
adding to that first list.
It won't let you enter twice. So
Right.
I'm going to scroll down this list really slowly, and I want to make sure everybody look at the list. If your name is not there, please tell me. Okay.
Well, let's. I'll just.
Yeah, there's
I'll go through.
adventures.
Let's see. Hold on. Paul, I can go through and tell you. Let's see. Heidi got it. John K5GT got in.
He's got the list on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
We're
Okay.
good.
Does anybody
Scroll
that wants
scroll
to
back up
enter
one more time
not,
slowly.
not see their name? Here's the top half. Starts with Ham Radio Wilderness, goes to Cooley. Okay. And here's the bottom half. 45 Auto, Adventures in Blind Videography, Kelly, which is actually Heidi this round, down to Andy Cowley. This is your
And-
last chance.
And Shane, yeah, Shane, I've seen you in Coffee and Ham Radios, and we've yeah, so I know who you are, and I got you covered. Don't worry, bro.
Okay, so no one's saying anything. I'm going to close entries and pick a winner. Going once, going twice. 10-second delay from YouTube. Done. It is Lester KE8 UFI. Congratulations, Lester.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, Lester.
Way to go, Lester.
And I think what I'll do just to make sure Heidi gets that one more chance is I'll resume entries again, and Kelly or Heidi will be Heidi, and whoever's already entered won't need to enter again, but anyone that joins will have to enter, and we'll go through it again. So let me get that down. Lester, did you get my email earlier? If not, let me put it in.
Welcome back, Sean.
Sorry, you have no computer.
Email me and okay.
All right. Paul,
Yeah.
I'm going to do something.
Oh,
Great.
Switch accounts. And what? Is that the last draw?
No, we got one more before we end.
Okay. Well, when you do the next draw, when you have it up, I'm going to use my non-public entry, and that will be in place of Heidi, and you'll recognize it.
Oh, you're going to give her 3 entries now, huh? Little backdoor deals, huh? Scratching back there.
Wow.
Trying
Just
to get a,
remember me. the
trying to
next
get a
time
free
I come, I
sky
get
hook.
a little sky hook.
Remember,
Just kidding.
Oh,
What
shoot.
we want to make?
I may have forgot it, Scott. Thehamstop.com. Use the code that you see in the description on my YouTube account, not this video. Get a discount on the Hamstop.
Well, I'll
sky
just
hook.
Or
I'll
on mine.
drop the link.
That's better. No, Heidi, you need multiple entries. You have to deal with Scott on a daily basis. You
Yeah, we
need
feel sorry
That is
for you.
true.
Well, you know, Scott's over here saying Heidi wants that shirt. So
Well, I remember when I was live streaming from downtown Tokyo, when I went to the ham radio store in Tokyo. Now I forget who said what. Oh no, Heidi said it. She's like, "Get that mic." She wanted to get that Yaesu M90. Actually, I got it right here, M90, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the M90 mic, because it was so cheap. She's like, "Get that. It's for Scott. He wants that mic." So it was funny.
Wow. I want an ATAS, so.
Well,
They're
Well,
fun.
it's not
Michael,
a
at
deal
least
now,
your
but
they work.
ATAS showed up.
okay. So we've established a variety of options, right? We've got FRS, GMRS, a ham radio.
Later, Eric.
within ham
Have a good
radio-
evening.
Take care. Thanks for joining.
Thank
We have various options under ham radio, digital, email, all that kind of stuff. But one of the main things we need to ensure we have, regardless of what we use, is charged batteries and or power, right? You can't. So if you don't have power backup or some kind of power box that you can at least turn on temporarily, send an email, maybe check back an hour or two later, check email, send email, or whatever it is you're doing, or connect Starlink temporarily, get on, do what you need to do. So that's another topic that we can talk about another day. I made the video on the Prep Ham Piglet power box. There you go, 100 amp hour.
Mhm.
And that little Prep Ham Piglet power box I did was a 16 amp hour battery. It'll last a long time for just temporary brief communications if you need to stay, in contact for a few days. And then I'll make a
Right.
bigger one later. So
Barry
point.
has it.
No
No
power,
power,
no
no
water.
radio.
yeah, so that's part of it. I guess that could have been another question there. What kind of power options do you have?
Mhm.
So am I missing something? What else are we missing? We've talked about the various options. What I tell people, like in my local church as an emergency communications in the Dallas West area for my church, and people ask, I tell them, honestly, get a GMRS license and start with GMRS. And then I
Mhm.
promote ham radio, because GMRS, the entire family can use it. Ham radio, they cannot. So I promote GMRS as a ham radio operator because I'm an emergency communications person, not just a ham radio operator. I want full capabilities. So
Barry,
I was
food,
even
Barry food always falls under ham radio.
Yeah.
yeah, food is definitely. So for those who may not know, as I'm writing a preparedness A to Z book, I'm going through the 14 chapters, and the next chapter is something that I've got to create a few forms that's going to be in the book that I'll give. It'll be available in Discord, and it's going to take me some time to get that set up. So I've been kind of putting that off. So tonight was kind of a review of 72-hour kits, kind of remind you to go get your 72-hour kit, check up on your 72-hour kit, box, bag, and think about communications, because that's going to be one of the most important things during that first 72 hours to a week, as we've seen in Carolina, South Carolina, the flooding going through and taking houses out, no communications. Think about these things, guys. We just don't know what's going to happen.
So
at any time.
John
two
has
other
a good
ones.
point. John has a good point here.
Yeah.
Generator and a filled up tank for your car. Yeah, filled
Yeah.
up gas tank. That
Very true. Very true.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And John, just on that point, I need to go get gas. I'm waiting for my credit card statement to close, but don't ever, just as a general rule, don't ever go below half the tank, because
Yeah.
because a lot of people get gas when the gas light turns on, Not a good idea. I mean, you may be called out to an emergency or something. Well, for me, and you need at least half a tank in there. You don't need to be stopping to get gas, and we're waiting in a line to
Right.
get gas. And that, I mean, especially like in the wintertime, don't ever let your gas tank go below half a tank in the winter, because that may be your life-saving item there.
Mhm.
Is the gasoline. Start the car up, warm it up, get yourself warm, shut it back down, and blank it
Not
up.
not just that. If supplies are limited in your immediate area for gas, say they haven't filled the tanks in a week or whatever,
Yeah.
having that half tank could get you to a gas station in a safe area.
It does.
So,
It does.
let's talk about FRS, GMRS. What is that the primary for? What is the primary use in an emergency communications scenario? FRS, GMRS, compared to ham radio. Now, I know a lot of people are, everybody in their family is a ham operator. I know for a fact that Paul and I, that's not the case. In fact, I
Right.
believe we're the only ham operators in the house. Well, I'm the only one living here now. But GMRS is for your family, and FRS is just a very, very short range for your family.
Yeah.
Throw MERS in there too.
But yeah, agreed. 2 watts VHF, but think about this. Get the youngest kids working with FRS, but have them do it properly, not be too off. That's a great practice radio. Now, GMRS, that's going to be a little higher power, and plus you have the ability to have repeaters if they're off online. Maybe look at getting a 50 watt. BTEC just came out with a new 50 watt that blows Midland out of the water.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that new one, that's an amazing radio, that mobile. But I understand, understand the GMRS rules as well. So certain range of channels on a mobile will, on a handheld will not be on a mobile. That's per FCC rules.
Correct.
The middle range channels are not there because those channels are limited to half watt FRS and I think 2 watts GMRS on those frequencies. So know that.
Yeah.
But you're going to be limited what you can do with GMRS, but your family's not going to be able to utilize ham radio as much. You, however, being a ham operator, have that ability to get out into the community more resources using that ham radio. Okay? CB, if you're traveling, probably not a bad idea to have one. Did I just... I'm guessing Frank is muted. Okay. Having CB, if you're doing road trips, I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, and it's a very low power draw. You're limited to 4 watts AM and I believe 12 watts sideband if you're going to do sideband. But I mean,
nobody's going to listen to sideband on CB though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
But the basic is to get the 4 watts because I mean, you may have a trucker save your life. You never know. Or
you could look out and somebody's got one, but a lot of truckers these days don't keep CBs anymore. But
right, they don't. But if stuff starts happening, that may be your only recourse there.
That might be the thing. You're right.
So, I mean, just know what service is going to be good for what your need is. I mean, if your family's all hams and you can get in touch with them better, use ham radio by all means.
Absolutely.
But every family, even if they are all hams, should have a GMRS license. And I'm saying that as an emergency coordinator for my county. All hams should have their GMRS license.
And John, yes, it is AM, FM, and SSB now, but not everybody has the new FM stations. And as Del just said, no serious CB or uses 4 watts. Some of those guys have an AM broadcast station in their sleeper. Absolutely.
Yeah, but
very true.
Play in the rules. I mean, honestly, if somebody in Canada could be able to pull over and help you out when you're stuck in South Padre Island, come on.
Let me Let me
Think
give you
about
an
it.
example. When I asked Don how far we are apart, he estimated about 80 miles. That's a pretty good range to say that if I had my area was affected by, say, a tornado or something major, that he might not be affected, even though he's southeast of me. He probably would be. But if he's not, I need to get a hold of him. I may not be able to reach a digipeater. For those who don't know what that is, it's just kind of a repeater that repeats radio signals, but digipeater for digital, and that's how you might send WinLink emails or something like that, right? You're not talking, it's sending little digital signals and connecting. And by connecting to a digipeater, it has a further range. I'm not going to be able to connect directly to him, but with HF, I could probably get him an email with WinLink or even talk to him with an NVIS style antenna.
Mhm.
So I can't just think, oh, Don's 80 miles away, I'm going to hit him with a digipeater. All I need is a VHF, UHF, and a computer with WinLink. It just doesn't work that way. So go through the
Yeah.
questions. Why do you need it? Who you want to talk to? And look at your budget and have at least 2 layers. I would say your cell phone and 2 more layers of communication.
So, in other words, don't just have one tool in your tool belt, because that you're asking for it. If you got nails to nail and all you got is a screwdriver,
Right.
Use the butt end of the
have
screwdriver.
have as many tools in your tool belt as you can have. And another thing, and this is going to be more ham radio than anything else, is be willing to be a relay station. I may not be able to hit Don, but Paul can, and it's critical that I get a hold of Don for whatever reason in this situation, and this scenario we're making up right now. Paul can be my relay. And in fact, I'll say, hey, did anybody get a hold of Don? Paul could be a relay. And that works with 2 meter and 440 as well, because,
That,
our
that can
county,
work.
it used to be so easy to hit from one end of the county to the other with VHF. It's getting harder now because there's so many new buildings and so much RF noise in our county now.
Right.
So
That can
I
go
will
from
say
anything
this.
from GMRS to HF. You start somebody with a GMRS signal, relay them to some, one of us that has an HF station, and that works. So
There's another one.
know
Chris.
who else you can
Meshtastic.
contact.
Meshtastic. Good one. But
That's
yeah,
true. Very true.
keep your
And
tool
that doesn't
belt
require a
full.
license.
That's correct.
Lester, I got your email, Lester. Yes. Thank you.
And
I'll get back to you.
I will reiterate this 1,000,001 times. Your PACE plan, follow it. Make it, and if you don't have one, make one. What is your first and best intended method of communication?
Mhm.
That's the P. What's your alternate? So, like, I'm the only ham in my family I'm the only licensed ham in my family. Let's get that right. So, my family, they all know how to use GMRS. They don't really like it. I have my GMRS license. We use GMRS within the household, and around the neighborhood. That's our primary form of communication if cell network goes down. This is if cell network goes down, what happens? That's our primary. What's the alternate? What's the alternate to the alternate, aka contingency? And what is the last resort, the emergency? That is what you want to pay attention to.
Yeah, I have a Meshtastic antenna on the top of my roof, so I know my range is farther than if I did, but I don't know its full range. I do need to get the other ones, the nodes, all set up for my family and show them how to use them. It is a good option.
I wonder if you can hit Lord Mike's node up there in Huntsville.
Yeah, I haven't
I
tested it yet.
doubt it.
It's like a 5.8 dB rack wireless antenna at about 20, whatever a single floor home is in Texas, 25 feet, 20 feet, something like that.
I doubt he'd make it down. I don't even think he can make it to me, and I'm just across the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But
Let's
when
do
I get
another-
my Spec 5, we could test that.
Let's do the Spec 5 is so expensive. Let's do the final giveaway.
No, I was gonna get one of the mini ones.
Oh, okay. What do they run for the minis?
If I remember right, I saw they were like 50, 60, 70 bucks maybe.
Oh, that's
I know
cheap.
Mike just
Oh.
did a video on them.
I do too.
Let's see. Okay,
But he
guys.
actually got one of the big ones.
We're going to resume entries again. So if you've already entered, you don't need to enter again. We're going to do our final T-shirt giveaway tonight. If you haven't entered, just type what it says. Exclamation Ragchew Crew, all one word, lowercase, no spaces. And we'll double check. We can see here at the bottom as you enter, it should show under Andy Cowley's name here as people enter if there's anybody else.
So, Barracuda, there you go. Yeah, exclamation mark Ragchew Crew to enter the raffle. Well, the giveaway.
Okay, that's funny. It did not.
Hold on,
Did
let me
not
refresh this
acknowledge
page.
mine. Do I need to do it again?
Let me refresh the page. Let me just make sure. Okay, it's still running.
Okay, let me try it one more time.
We've got Sean and James entered now under Andy because Andy was the last one showing before. 24.
Yep.
Okay.
Try it again.
They show in their
Let's
chat.
see if we get Barracuda Harpoon in here.
And James KI50EB, were you really at No Poda Park last night? And did you get the successful activation? I gotta know.
Well,
Just a
I
minute.
guess it's not going to take mine.
Hold on. Because it was automatically updating before, I thought.
It was, and then Barracuda, Gil, and
Walter, I
Michael
thought you
and
already-
Walters are not popped up.
Yeah. Well, Walter's already entered.
Okay.
But mine's not populating, is it?
Walter's right here.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Guilty.
There's a
Guilty.
KF5. There's a KF5 one that's not popping up.
Yeah, I don't see guilty and I don't see. So let me try this again. Close entries, resume entries. All right. If your name wasn't admitted yet, try it again.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Gil, try it again.
Gil, let's see. Who's the other one? KF5LDJ, Gil. Was there another one? Somebody? No.
Walter, but you said he was already in there.
Yeah, Walter's in there. I saw his name.
Barracuda.
Oh, yeah, the Barracuda one. I don't see his name yet.
I'm trying, Heidi. I'm sorry, it's not working.
James, you're already in it. You're the last one to get through.
It doesn't like me.
Let me refresh.
Very, very cool, James. So, did you get it activated? James was at a new Atno Park last night. I saw him on 40, but I couldn't hear him.
I don't get it. It says.
Yeah, Streamlabs just closed it.
Yeah, I closed it. I'm trying to open it again. No,
No,
try.
Barracuda,
You're not
you're
holding
good.
it. You're not holding anyone up.
Yeah,
You want to try
you're
it?
good, Barracuda.
It's more than you, and glitches need to
Right.
be fixed.
Try it one more time. Barracuda, get. Yeah, I'm starting to get irritated by the off and on glitches from Streamlabs. It's kind of annoying.
Yep, it's not going to work.
Sounds like we need to give the Streamlabs giveaway tool a try. I can have that up in about 30 seconds if you want, Paul.
Hold on. Yeah, it still just shows James. So let me do this.
While we're waiting for Paul to do that.
And another one I thought about, shortwave radio.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you got that with your ham radio for listening.
All right, let's try this again.
I think Sean's talking more like portable handheld that you can walk around with, right, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
I got a hand crank radio over here somewhere.
See, there
Yeah.
you go.
I bought it like on clearance from Target, like $5.
Like I just, and another thing, like with the teaching
have
kids how to
leaky
use
batteries.
radio, get the toy radios.
Oh,
You
yeah,
find a toy
absolutely.
section.
The 49 megahertz ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Are
mean,
they
you're not
even
gonna.
using 49 megahertz anymore? I don't even know.
I mean, you can still bomb in the place.
The Archer Space Patrol.
Yeah, that or whatever Star Wars.
Did I just date myself there?
GI Joe version of it? Yeah. I mean, great. You're not going to get much farther than across the street, but you can at least teach them how to use radio. That's what I did for the longest time. That's how I got started in radios, and then I just progressed from that to FRS and GMRS and get into ham, and I can't go much further than that. But teaching kids how to play radio, just give them a toy and show them where the big button is.
Wasn't letting me make a duplicate when it said he already had one like that.
Ragchew 2.
Well, I was thinking of another number for that, Sean, but okay.
And by the way, that other channel, that's where I watch all my videos on. And there's no videos published on it, so don't even bother subscribing.
I've got a couple of those.
Let's try it again. The same exclamation Ragchew Crew, all one word. And if as soon as one person doesn't get entered, then we're just going to go with the other one.
Well, let's
wait. I got to switch back channels again. Switch channel.
Let's hear. Sean and I both put it in, so let's hear. There's Sean.
I got mine in.
Okay.
Mine's not showing up though.
You didn't wipe it clean, did you?
Oh, there we go.
There's guilty.
Yeah, I made a whole new one. We're going to try a whole new one.
Okay. Well, give me a second then.
Heidi's in. Sean Technician. Barry. RJR.
Let's
I went Heidi
James, John, Paul.
It doesn't like that YouTube name, I guess.
Hi, Rob.
KF5LDJ, Chris Bricker.
Yeah.
Oh, it is in there? Okay,
yeah.
It just popped
Barracuda.
up. Okay. Let's see.
Hey
Rob,
y'all.
good to see you.
Rob.
Digital Rancher, welcome.
Hey, Rob.
Oh, by the way, we'll get back when we get back to my face. Just to let you know,
Andy.
Rob, this was my drink angle of choice tonight.
Well, you got another sticker
right here.
Paul, you got another sticker there under Rob.
Yeah.
And Paul, I need to
give me a big
you
shout
need to
out.
make room for my stickers.
Yes, James, that is Ham Stop Heidi. Ham Stop Heidi. How about that?
Hey,
Yeah, Heidi, you need to change your name to Ham Stop Heidi.
Yeah.
Andy Callie Cooley, Getting Out in Life. Anybody not see their name pop up? At 16, and we've got 45 people watching. Exclamation, Ragchew Crew, all lowercase, all one word, no spaces, to enter for the t-shirt giveaway. It's going to be, I keep losing the shirt. Let me go back to
fan bots.
show you what it is. It's going to be a t-shirt of your choice of color. Going to have that logo on the chest in full or over your left chest. It's got the flag on the side over here. And if you want, you can have this logo on the back. You can have just Ragchew Crew on the back. You can have Ragchew Crew, one of these as a small over the chest. You can have a large one on the back. It's whatever options you want with those two logos. And I'll pull up the website again. I'll show you the colors.
So Rob says congrats on 10K, Paul.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it. I'll be seeing Rob at Convention. Here. Go back to me. These are the shirts. Oh, whoops. I guess I should do screen. These are going to be your color options. All right. If you're nice, if you're kind to me, you'll choose these $14.99 ones. I'm just kidding. You can do what you want. So, and then your sizes, and then when we customize it, basically it's as it says here. See how it shows over the pocket? They screwed up and made mine the whole front chest, but I can have them do that if that's what you want. Or you can have a small front pocket here with the full logo on the back, or just one on the back, or nothing on the back, just the pocket. It's going to be however you want it, all right? This is just showing appreciation as I build up to the 10K giveaway. Let's go back to the giveaway. Let's see who we've got here. 21 users. The last one was Del Fargus, Digital Rancher, Dog Boya, Walter, Jordan, and getting out. Anybody not?
Thanks for the sub.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, welcome, Kurt.
Welcome. Adventures in Blind Videography is still our stream boss. Anybody? Did you not see your name? And just let everyone know. If it's me, it's going to Heidi.
Heidi's got 4 now.
If it's KF5LDJ,
Yeah, she now has
Heidi.
If it's KF5LJ, it's Heidi.
Anyone else? I think that's it, right? Yeah. Okay, so because I'm not going to diss Heidi like that for not getting in on the first one. All right, anybody missing?
Thanks for the sub.
Yeah,
How it doubles down.
Rob, I'm trying to get it set up. I'd like to make it to where, like, I don't care if I make money from it. I just want to offer the merch. So I'm trying to find a place that I've looked at a couple of them where if you want a shirt, you go there, you pick the logo, and you just adjust it how you want, and you pay for it and get it.
That'd be
Currently,
cool.
I'm just getting these printed off Amazon. My son used to work for a printing guy down in Dallas. My son told me he actually prints with the ink into the material, which is way better than these. What do they call it?
That's not screen printing. It's
Forgot the name. It's just it's a sticker, basically iron on. So
Yeah,
I may look
screen
into that, and I'll take orders because I like the printing in the shirt where it's ink.
Before you close that, is 4-5 in there? 4-5 auto.
I could have.
I don't see him.
I saw him in the list.
No, he's not in this one.
Okay.
Try it again, 4-5.
Well, see, this is the other thing. I wonder if because the timer ran out, it just stops taking them, and I have to resume. Oh, I didn't resume. Let me resume. Try it again, 45. I didn't realize the timer ran out. Okay, it started. If your name is not there, try it again. Thanks, Walter. Silk screen. That's what I meant.
Yes.
yeah. Silk screen goes through the shirt. The printed shirts are different.
45. Put it in again, or anybody that hasn't seen their name in here, try it again. I gave you 5 minutes. Where were you? Don't be telling me you were watching Jason's
There
RV
you go. We
screen.
just did it. You see the pops.
There you go. All right,
Yeah.
you're in it.
Yeah. Okay. Close it.
All right, that's it, guys. I'm closing it. No whining after this. Closed. Okay,
John, that was scary.
I'm going to say again, if it's KF5LDJ or Prep and Paul, it's going to Heidi, just so y'all know, and we don't get any complainers from that. Oh, Robert, come on now.
And
Robert
if it's
not in there,
and if it's
seriously?
RJR, it's probably going to Heidi too. So
Let me look here. All right. Give it 10 seconds, Roger. We're going to Robert, I mean. Okay, now try it again, Robert.
KF0D, KZ, try it again. Oh, he
Yeah.
says don't worry about it.
No. I already opened it.
No. He already jumped through the hoops. Do it, Robert.
Yep, I've jumped through the hoops. I've done the circus.
They were on fire.
do it.
Do it.
I
Just
singed my
do it.
hair.
Barry, it will be Dayton is the next Hamfest.
Plus, I want to make sure it works.
There we
Hold on,
go.
Let's see. Takes
He
about
did it.
7 seconds, I think.
So, is it going to register?
There you
It.
Yes.
Okay.
go. All right.
You got it.
That's
There
it.
we go.
Close it. Close
All
the
right.
gate.
Are we ready?
Draw it.
Oh, wait. I think I have my new. I don't know how long it is. Oh, it's 4 more seconds. Digital Rancher. You don't have to buy that shirt you wanted.
There you go.
A Digital Rancher.
Yay.
Congratulations, Rob.
All right, let's.
He's
Take
had
it
a
all
lucky
out.
weekend because didn't he? Digital Rancher, didn't you get a bunch of stuff last night up with Josh?
Did he?
I thought so.
I don't think. Rob, did you get stuff from Josh's giveaway last night?
Rob, I think I already have your email, but there's my email just in case. Just send me an email, and then we'll contact through there. We'll get the size,
okay.
the color.
No. Okay.
I'll send you the link to that page on the Amazon that I bought from, because I like the shirt quality. It's not this one. What am I doing? I like the shirt quality. So I'm going to buy from them again. So I'll email all three of you with the link, and all you need to do is come back and tell me if you want both logos and where you want the logos. Full size on front and back, all over the chest, just on the back, just on the front, just the small, and the color. That's all I'll need, and I'll put that in the email.
Yeah, Rob needs the extra super duper, super double tall size 4-5 says.
Yeah. All right. So there you go, guys. We're going to do one more thing here. Let me... Oh, we got a few more entries, okay, for the Dayton giveaway. Let me copy that link. Oh, I forgot it doesn't work that way. All right, if you haven't entered, this is the giveaway. You have 11 days, 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 29, 28, 27, 26 seconds to go. And here is the link. I'll talk about it again next week. Friday the 15th, 11 p.m., I believe. Well, the timer's right here. You can look at it whenever. Is when it closes so that I can get myself prepared for Saturday's giveaway at Dayton from the EmComm booth. Shout out to Ray. Thanks for allowing me to do that. I think it's going to be cool there since it is an EmComm radio. And Ray's just a great guy.
He's a pretty cool cat.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed our live stream that we did with him and this conversations off the air.
Yeah, and remember, he saved it too. It was this channel that Ray announced the 7760 was FCC certified. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So Sean has a good question for the EmComm.
No,
you got to
do
be
not.
in person.
No, you do not.
No.
I will say this, and I'm glad you said that because it reminded me. Colin VK, I know I'm not sending outside USA and Canada. If you have a USA or Canada friend or someone that I can send it to, and they can send it to whatever country you're in, that's perfectly fine. But it is only USA and Canada. I will pay for shipping USA and Canada. I just can't do it outside. I understand that Australia, there may be same frequencies, power, this and that.
But it's only type certified for North America.
Yeah, I think this radio that I got, because I went through it in length, I asked, checked with Ike, it's type certified. So even though this same power, same frequency, I don't want to get involved in anything too crazy. I'll find something at some point to give away, like tonight. I don't care where you live in the world. I'll ship you a T-shirt, and I'll find some other giveaways too, because I do appreciate the support from my ham friends and supporters down under.
So Scott wants to know, since you're doing Dayton, are you doing Tokyo and Huntsville as well?
Huntsville and Tokyo are back to back, and I will be at both.
Sweet.
I'm hoping Walter, are you still on? I'm hoping that Walter and I can go together, because we had a great time last time, and it was nice to have him there to help me sometimes, holding things and getting things, and also trying to record. And I guarantee it will be a horizontal stream, not a vertical stream.
Maybe I should start a GoFundMe so I can go along with you guys, because that would be like Mecca for me.
And I
plan on being in Huntsville.
Yeah,
no, I'm talking Tokyo. I'm talking Tokyo.
The funny thing about Huntsville, I'm more excited just to go to Gigaparts. So, for those of you who don't know, 2019, I won their end of the year contest and about $6,000 worth of gear: the 101D, a DX Racer chair, aisle brass, headset, speaker. I got a whole bunch of stuff from Gigaparts, so I'm indebted to them forever.
Yeah.
No, you just entered a contest and you won stuff.
And remember, I have promised to give away the 101D at 200,000 subscribers, so you all can hold me to it. If I reach 200,000, I would have no problem giving away the 101D. I would have no problem doing that.
All right, so I just heard we need to go back to Jason and let him know.
Oh, what's that?
We need to go back to Jason and go, hey, he needs another 1,000.
Oh, yeah. I need another 190,000.
Hey, Jason, I'm almost at 4,000. I need about 70 more.
The sub.
Thanks, Jamie, for the sub. Oh yeah, here, let me do this real quick, and we're not going to do any crazy poll or anything. I can't just buy an FTX and give it away, guys. I don't have that kind of funds. If I did a giveaway as a raffle, I want 1 for yes, that's a good idea. Paul, please think about it. Or 2, no, that's probably not a good idea. In chat, 1 if you think a Yaesu FTX with like a $1 per ticket or $5 per ticket wrap. I can't garner the numbers that Jason
sorry.
has.
I hit the wrong button. Paul just voted.
So I was telling Jason, he had 3,400 people on his
There you go.
giveaway. He could do 50 cents a ticket and more than pay for an FTX. And he got a lot of super chats and stuff. So he may get enough. If I did it as a giveaway, and say,
Thanks
I don't
for
know,
the sub.
over a period of, I don't know what it would take to get that many. Ideally, it'd be nice to get the entire $1,500, right? $1,500 increase.
So Chris, let me let me clarify something here. Paul misworded it. It wouldn't be a raffle.
It'll be a giveaway.
It would be a giveaway after he raised the funds for it through super chats and that sort of stuff. Sort of like what Jason was doing.
Yeah, I'll look at it.
So
Well, Jason was joking. I don't think Jason really wanted to, but
here's some thoughts on that. And this just probably could have said a lot of this off the air, but maybe $5 a ticket, and whatever we get, whether it's the FT1 DX by itself, or the one with the 100 amp deal, which I want, the 100 amp, the 100 amp. 100 watt amp. There you go, 100 watt amp. But we'll do like $5 a ticket, and then any money after that, we can donate that to a charity of our choice.
Yeah, the winner.
Something to talk about behind the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, something to talk about behind the scenes. But
So,
the thing is people have to buy into that, because whether it's $1,500 or it's $1,900, almost $2,000 for the one with the amplifier included. We have to hit those numbers.
There's a good point there.
Oh,
when I won, I do my taxes to try to get close to zero as possible every year. When I won that Gigaparts contest, I owed $600 that year. So I did pay tax on all that stuff.
Yeah,
we might have to talk about that part off the air. But I will say there's been a lot of ones in the chat, though. So,
well,
yeah,
it'd be nice to have a big radio like that.
I think Heidi's the smartest online tonight. Sorry, guys. I just think she is. I may just have to confer with Heidi on this and look into it. And maybe I could just do a Kickstarter. My son does Kickstarters all the time. He's got one running right now. But we'll see. 45. Now, what does a 4 mean?
I was going to say that's an invalid entry.
Yes, no, yes, no. Okay, that would say no.
So it looks like there's some interest. So I will look into it.
Douglas, the one was for yes. Yes, it's a good idea.
I'm gonna go 4. Is he's voting 2 twice?
No, yeah, he just wants 4 entries. That's all it is. I know him.
Four or 5's just stirring the pot.
I'll look into it, and I'll get some feedback from Heidi, because she knows a lot of stuff. She knows more stuff than any single person should know.
That is very true.
It might need to somewhat be managed by, if we're going to do the nonprofit route, by the nonprofit. So
yeah, that's something we need to talk about.
It wouldn't be a nonprofit. I'm not worried about that. It would be more like a Kickstarter type of a thing. If I achieve this goal, this is the giveaway to one person, something like that. But
yeah,
we'll figure it out another time.
Scott, a lot of legal stuff to think about, because
okay, Scott, what is by your head right now? Blink once if you're okay.
Scott agrees that she's the smartest lady on here, and right now Heidi's behind him like this.
Paul, it's Texas. We know she's not behind him like that. She's another way, and I know what Sean was trying to say.
Quick-witted.
I wasn't saying anything.
Eyes are closed.
You're right, though, Chris. There's so many times that things happen, and then I think about what I should have said 3 hours later. I hate that.
Yep.
Usually at work with customers.
You know, Chris, Jody's not in the chat tonight, so we don't have the sass hole to provide the sass.
Oh, that's not true.
Looking forward to seeing you too, Chris. At
Sounds so sassy.
You have no idea.
All right, one more thing before we close out here tonight. Put a 1 in chat if you're going to Dayton Hamvention. I know that three here are going, but I've seen the names. Put a 0 in chat.
Just easy.
Put a 0 in chat if you want to be kicked from the stream. Oh, okay.
Well, there's a couple of us with zeros in chat, so.
I didn't put it in chat. I just put it in video.
Well, I can't kick Douglas.
Grouch is here.
Supporter.
Grouch is here.
We get the Grouch. We got Grouch spotting. Grouch.
Oh, good to see
With
you.
a 0 too.
Oh yeah, and I'm bummed that Scott and Heidi aren't going.
Well, he
They
said
will be
42, so
No,
that's
I don't.
the answer.
I don't think they were going. Were you, Scott?
No, they're not
I
going.
can't remember.
No,
Next
140 is the answer. I just don't remember the question.
year, I'm going to be staying with. I think that's right, man. I may be confused. Scott and Heidi, remind me where we're staying. Is it next year, Dayton, or am I thinking Huntsville?
Heidi says next year for them.
Okay, yeah, they're getting a thing like a group of us.
Yeah,
can
you guys
share.
are going to Huntsville. I'm going somewhere halfway ish, and then I'll be there for the day.
Oh, is it Huntsville, Heidi, that you talked about the Airbnb? I got to look at the email or message. I've forgotten.
I talk to them way too much.
So it looks like
Yeah,
a few
they've been
people.
meaning to
Jordan,
talk
we'll
to you
see you
about
at
that.
Huntsville. Good, Jordan. My Razorback. Okay.
Yeez.
If maybe I need to get you guys that money. I'm totally flaked, I guess. So,
You're a busy man.
but is it an African swallow, James?
If anybody's
Good day. Welcome to the Great White North.
What-
I'm
what?
Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug. How's it going, eh?
Oh, hold on. We got some news here. Grouch and N2MAK are meeting up tomorrow
cool.
in New York.
Ooh.
They had a
Oh, very
he had a
cool.
long stream with his group Saturday.
Yeah.
Friday? Saturday. At what was it? Nearfest. Nearfest.
Yeah, Nearfest.
And Grouch did a live stream of the local net there.
Oh, cool.
And apparently he'll be at Huntsville Monday to Monday, Site 33 at Monsanto.
Cool.
Very cool.
Nearfest. Yeah. Thanks, James.
Yeah, compared to Farfest. Yeah, James.
All right, everybody, real quickly, and then we'll say our goodbyes and end it. I'd like to play this. Let's go in Big and Me, and I want to thank everybody who has. Oh, that's not it. I want to thank everyone for
What is that?
providing my microphone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
That's my project.
You
Cam.
got that at Cowtown.
Let's try this. Thanks, guys.
Got to show the
add to
lollipop.
Yep, I'm going to add to this Adventures in Blind, but videography still the stream boss. I try to maintain this every week. I look through the memberships and update and add it. Thanks for all the gifting. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of with all the gifts and such. So thanks everyone for the support. Much appreciated.
Are you going to hit the button?
Anybody have anything else they want to say?
No, I got nothing coming up this week off the top of my head. I will drop a couple of videos. Try to drop a couple of something. I will come out of my butt with. I don't know.
Getting out in life. Ham Radio Wilderness
Um,
with Frank. WTF Radio.
Let's see. I'm dropping
Anything
links.
else?
I'm dropping links.
We'll drop the link. Mention
Come
what you
see
want.
me Thursday, and then again on Friday. Friday is 7 p.m. Central for my CQ Chit Chat. It will be quite the interesting live stream. Oh, yeah, okay. No, it'll be more like, yeah.
Well, that's kind of what it was
And,
last Friday.
if you're still here, Digital Rancher, Rob, Lester, and was it Kelly? Yeah, Kelly.
Yes.
I got Lester's. Make sure you email me and we'll get those shirts out to you. And they print them and ship them, I think, less than 2 weeks. You'll get the shirt. So, anything else, guys?
Don't let
got
Paul
one of those,
down.
too.
Go find him.
All right. And this shirt now applies. The text on the shirt, that is, with this group of three surrounding me.
You have no idea.
Oh, boy. Yep.
All right, everyone. Thanks for
Actually,
joining.
you kind of do.
That's the
We'll see you
saddest
next
part of the
week.
movie.
We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for joining
right.
us Sunday Night Ragchew.
Bye, guys.
Later.
7-3, y'all.
Ham it up and ham on.